Hey y'all, welcome back to I Be Knowing Shit podcast. It's me, your host, the one and only Goddess Siloam, Miss Foxy if you're nasty. Here on IBKS podcast, we dive into the mysteries of the universe and everyday life, sharing personal stories and practices to connect, educate, and inform. Get ready for mind-expanding, thought-provoking conversations and enlightening insights. And, we're going to have a time up in here. So take a deep breath, center yourself, and let's dive into this week's episode. Y'all, I'm back. I know I didn't upload an episode last week. I had some personal family things going on. Now, this episode will be a little different from all the previous ones, so I really need y'all feedback on this. Let me know what y'all think about this. It's a mixture between two styles. I couldn't find anything else to reference it to, but yeah, storytelling and informational and educational purposes. By the title, I'm pretty sure that you all know basically what it's about. So let's get into it, shall we? Now, I'm not sure exactly what year narcissism became a buzzword, but look, I am over it. I'm sick of it. I think maybe around 2019, 2020, child, I don't know. The point is, it's overused, misused, and used completely out of context so much, it needs to stop. That's the thing with almost all buzzwords or words that become popular. I don't even like using buzzwords because buzzword is a buzzword. Words that become popularized. A lot of times when a person is labeled a narcissist, because it's not that many narcissists as people claim walking around. There's a lot of them, but it's not that many. Everybody is not a narcissist. And a lot of times when a person is labeled as a narcissist, they are absolutely not. The person calling the one just don't like the way that they're behaving or the way that they're treating them does not necessarily make them a narcissist because they're mistreating you and they don't give a fuck about your feelings. So I'm going to compare and contrast the difference between a narcissist, a sociopath, and a psychopath because these people very well could be either of the others. And then it could be that they ain't shit. Or maybe they don't like you and they don't respect you and they choose to treat you how they treat you, but they treat everybody else better and with respect. It's so many things that it can be besides someone being a narcissist. And, it's just been stuffed down our throats and I'm tired of it. Maybe they have character flaws. It just can be anything. Maybe they have little to no morale. But to think that you are medically labeling someone as a narcissist and they're not is insane. When certain words like narcissist is overused and narcissism are overused and misused, it's very hard for people to take them seriously. Now, when you call somebody a narcissist will tell you, you call everybody a narcissist or everybody calls everybody a narcissist. Because it's taken lightly now. It's so overused, so misused. People need to take the time to look up the definition and etymology of words before they just start using them. Just because a word is popularized and just because somebody gets on social media and gives you the surface of what the word means or tell you their definition, you should never take it and run with it. They probably don't know what they're talking about. And you need to do research and get an understanding for yourself so you can know how to properly use the word, not just narcissist, any word that becomes popularized and when to use it. Taking a word and creating your own definition and trying to force it to fit someone's characteristic is crazy. If somebody isn't treating you right or you don't like how you're being treated, they're not respecting you, you then label them a narcissist, which makes you more of a narcissist than they are, if anything, because you feel so entitled to label someone with a mental disorder you're not even certified to diagnose them with. That's insane. Let's get into where the term narcissist came from. We're going to do a little story time too. The term narcissist came from the Roman poet Ovid Metamorphosis, written in the year 8 CE. I can't even imagine how fucking long ago that was. 8 CE? What? Now, there are different ancient and modern versions of the story of Narcissus. Narcissus was a child of a river god and a nymph named Liriope. So his father was a river god and his mother was a nymph named Liriope. The mother of Narcissus, who was Liriope, was told by a prophet that Narcissus would reach old age if he failed to recognize himself. She was alarmed by that because he wasn't supposed to age. He wasn't supposed to reach old age. Narcissus, as he grew older, turned into a gorgeous young man. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so I just leave it at that, because from what I've seen, yeah, I'ma just leave it at that, okay? Because just because he doesn't look like a beautiful young man to me does not mean he's not a beautiful young man. That's just my opinion. Everybody loved Narcissus because of his looks, but nobody was affectionate or loving towards him because he only loved himself. He wouldn't allow anyone to give or receive his love. Now, there was a nymph named Echo who could only repeat the sounds and last words of others. One day she saw Narcissus and she was thinking to herself, damn, Shorty looking good. I'm trying to see what's up with Shorty, but since she only could repeat the words of others, she didn't want to approach him, because who want to be trying to chop somebody up and all you can do is repeat what they said, and now you looking stupid and crazy and they think you nuts. So, she just watched him. She never approached him. She followed him through the woods. She's an echo, so she was doing what she do. She followed him through the woods, but couldn't speak without repeating his words. Narcissus eventually tried to holler at Echo. She was acting all shy because, like I said, all she could do was repeat whatever he said to her. Finally, Echo appeared and she tried to hold Narcissus like, girl, you have not said anything to him. Why are you touching him? And he felt the same way anybody else would feel. He like, I'm good. Like, you weird as hell. Why are you touching me? What are you doing? You ain't said 2 words. Why are you touching me? 2 words of your own. So, Narcissus didn't want nothing to do with Echo. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He brushed off. So she ran off and she hid into the forest. Girl, be for real. She hid into the forest, and y'all not gonna believe this. This girl let herself wither away. She let herself waste away in the forest because he didn't want her. So then she literally became just an echo in the forest. Her body was gone, but her bones became rocks, and her voice will forever remain in the caves and the forests and the mountains, because she's literally just an echo now. Since Narcissus denied everybody his love, the gods fated that Narcissus could never have anything that he loved. The gods was like, never gonna get it, 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 never gonna get it. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. My loving. One day while Narcissus was hunting, he stopped to get himself a drink from a pool of water. because he was thirsty. You know, he had been out hunting and doing his man thing all day. He bent down to drink the water from the pool. And when I say pool, I don't mean swimming pool. I just mean a pool of water, like a pond or something. So he bent down to get a drink of water and fell in love with the reflection of himself. Fell in love with himself. Does that mean that he's homosexual? Okay. He was so awed by the person that he saw that he couldn't move. Now, this was an 8 CE. So, y'all know back then there were no mirrors and no phones, of course. So he couldn't just get up in the morning and look at his reflection. So that probably was the first time he seen his reflection. And he was like, damn, shawty swing my way. Sure look good to me. So he was feeling what he saw. So I don't know, would that be homosexuality? Because he probably hadn't never seen his reflection, but he knew the difference between a male and a female. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more digging. Or maybe not. Maybe I should just leave it at that, huh? Anyway, I feel like everyone should experience that type of admiration for themselves sometimes. Like you look in the mirror, maybe not as deep and as extreme as Narcissus, but you should look in the mirror and be like, damn, shawty, what's up? Baby girl, what's your name? That's how I be in the mirror. Honey, not all the time, because half the time I look homeless and I'm comfortable like that. But when I put it on, baby, I put it on. You feel me? Now, Narcissus tried to grab his reflection but couldn't, which made him even more infatuated with himself. Okay, I'm just going to keep going, because I don't know about all that. Narcissus stayed there at the pool, didn't want to leave his reflection. He did not want to eat or sleep. He didn't eat or sleep. He called to the guys, asking them why he was denied the love that the two shared, meaning him and his reflection. This nigga was talking about himself and his reflection. Now, I'm trying to be understanding because it was so long ago. Like I said, it was 8 CE. Like I can't even fathom 8 CE, and it's 2024. So I'm trying to be understanding. It's like I said, they had no mirrors to see their reflection, no phones. I just, never mind. I don't want to get off track. So, Narcissus started talking to his reflection. He claimed he claimed he would not leave the one he loved and that he would die with his reflection. He said they will die together. This boy was on some Romeo and Juliet type shit with himself. This boy was on some Romeo and Juliet type shit with himself. He was freaky dicky. That boy was freaky dicky. He was obsessed with the love of his reflection. Narcissus stayed by the side of the water and wasted away. Rockstar lifestyle might get wasted. He wasted away in a different type of way though. Okay, he was done for. When Echo returned to see him wasting away, she mourned him. She was mourning him while he was mourning his reflection. And he was saying his last farewells to his reflection. She echoed his words. Narcissus laid down and died at that pool of water. The nymphs mourned him, because his mom was a nymph. They mourned him. They covered him with their hair, and they set up a funeral for him. When they returned for his body, there was just a flower instead. And that's the story of Narcissus in a nutshell. So narcissism, medically speaking, is a personality disorder. It's a mental health condition. While so many people going around calling somebody a narcissist, you are saying that someone has a mental health problem, mental health issues. And I don't think that's something that should be taken lightly. Narcissism is a mental health condition in which people have an unreasonably high sense of self and of self-importance. They need and seek too much fucking attention and want people to admire them. This is a absolute need for them. I know a narcissist personally, and I'm not just calling this person that. They are. People with this disorder may lack the ability to understand or to care about the feelings of others. Hence, why Narcissist himself refused to give his love to anyone. And I wouldn't dare go around just calling people a narcissist because they're selfish or selfish, self-centered. Any of that does not mean that they're a narcissist. Okay, so as I was saying, Narcissist himself refused to give his love to anyone. But behind this mask of extreme confidence narcissistic people have, they are not sure of themselves. They are not sure of their self-worth. And they are easily upset with the slightest criticism. They take everything personally, take everything as a personal attack on them, and they project their negative feelings onto the people closest to them. Let's dig a little deeper, shall we? Narcissistic personality disorder is always going to cause problems in most, if not all, areas of a narcissist's life, but they will never see that they are the cause of any said problems. When a narcissistic person believes that they deserve certain attention and certain admiration, they get irritated when they don't get it. They get mad because they feel like they deserve this and they don't understand why they're not receiving it. They always talk about how funny they are, how good looking they are, and how they believe that other people should feel the same way, or other people do feel the same way about them. Although somebody being funny or good looking is really subjective because everyone does not have the same taste in comedy or looks. A narcissistic person is not trying to hit that. Okay, so here's a fact that can be researched. So don't get mad at me about it, honey, because I do my research. Here's a fact. There are more narcissistic males than there are females. Well, look it up if you don't believe me. Most males start to develop narcissistic traits in early teen and adult years. That does not mean that they'll go on to develop narcissistic personality disorder. Now let's talk about a few symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder. It's quite a lot of symptoms, but I'm not gonna bore y'all with a whole list of things that you can look up yourself. But I'm gonna give you the gist of it. Narcissistic people have unreasonably high sense of self-importance and require constant, excessive admiration. I mean, it's ridiculous. And they're cheaters, and they will never not be cheaters. So if you're dealing with somebody who has, and look, just because you're getting cheated on does not mean the person that you're getting cheated on by has narcissistic personality disorder. They could just be a piece of shit with no loyalty. Does not mean they have narcissistic personality disorder. But let's move on to the next. They feel they deserve privileges and special treatment. They make their achievements and talents seem bigger than they are. Ah, boy, I've seen that before. Anyway, they are so preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, how brilliant they are, beauty, or the perfect mate. That is why their relationships, whether work or personal, are always going to be in turmoil. Nobody is going to be beautiful enough for them. Nobody is going to be good enough for them at all. And don't let them think that you think that you're better than them. It's definitely going to be a problem. People with narcissistic personality disorder have an inability or unwillingness to recognize the needs and feelings of others. When they do recognize it, they don't give a fuck. They don't care how you feel. They don't care that they hurt your feelings, that they made you sad. They don't care what you're going through. They don't care. And they will show you that they don't care time and time again. So if you're dealing with somebody in any type of way, whether you're in a relationship or related to someone with narcissistic personality disorder, you might as well accept these people how they are or get the fuck away from them. And if you're going to accept them how they are, I would advise you not to be in any type of romantic relationship with them. Let them be alone. If you're related to one or you have a friendship, put up strong boundaries, put up borders, and do not let them cross them. I'm telling you. People with narcissistic personality disorder are usually envious of others, and they have the audacity to think that everybody is envious of them. When they do something wrong, they will find a way to flip it on a person and blame it on the person being envious of them or something that makes no fucking sense because they're the problem. They insist on having the best of everything. For instance, they want the best car, they want the best clothes, they want the best, but nothing is never good enough. They become impatient or angry when they don't receive special treatment or recognition. They have difficulty managing their emotions and behavior. They have outbursts. And when they don't have outbursts, they will stew in anger for something that they did to somebody else. Awkward. They experience major problems with dealing with stress and adapting to change. They are not able to deal with any type of difficult problems or any type of change in a healthy manner. They will withdraw from or avoid situations they feel they might fail at. They won't even try because if they think that they might fail or think they might lose, they don't want to be involved. They feel depressed and moody when they fall short of perfection because they want everything to be perfect. So if you're dealing with somebody with narcissistic personality disorder, it may seem that they have like a mood disorder or they're really irritable. They secretly feel insecure, shame, humiliation, and fear of being exposed as a failure, even if they aren't. So those are just a few symptoms of someone with narcissistic personality disorder. And these is other symptoms that you can look up, but these symptoms vary in extreme from person to person. So the ones that I described, they are not going to exactly fit everyone with narcissistic personality disorder. It might be worse in some, and it might be less noticeable in others. So keep all this in mind while we move on to sociopaths and psychopaths. Sociopaths are normally just very fucking awkward, very weird, very strange, very suspect. The people that I've seen that are sociopaths, they always have like beady looking eyes, and they just have these emotionless eyes. I wonder, I need to see if Ted Bundy is a sociopath. Was he diagnosed as a sociopath? I need to look that up because they have those Ted Bundy eyes. And it doesn't matter what race the sociopath is, they always have these eyes. And I feel like things like that are the mark of the beast. That's what I feel. The eyes are the windows to the soul, they say. And those souls are dark because those eyes are dark looking. Even when they have light color eyes, they just have this look at Ted Bundy's eyes. They look, and I don't understand how women ever thought he was cute. Baby, he look empty on the inside. He looks empty. He looks empty on the inside, honey. Ain't nothing cute about that damn man. Now, they are not even capable of having a life that mimics a normal life, a normal work life, or a normal family life. Sociopaths are erratic, impulsive, and they are known to have fits of rage and angry outbursts. Psychopaths have a hard time forming attachments with other people. On the other hand, it may be easy for a sociopath because they mimic people. They mimic emotions. They don't even feel these emotions, but they can mimic them. They mimic how normal people react to things. A telltale sign that a person is a sociopath is the lack of remorse. They have a lack of remorse and they cannot hide it. If you're sad, a sociopath can mimic how they should react to your sadness, but they can't keep it up. They so out of control. They so erratic, and it's just a mimic. A psychopath, on the other hand, at times they could experience normal emotions. Sociopaths, they are purposely violent towards people, intentionally offensive and aggressive. They're literally the definition of fuck your feelings. And that's nothing to be proud of when it comes to being a sociopath. They literally don't give a fuck about anybody's feelings. And that's why it's easy for them to hurt someone. And that's why it's so dangerous. They're such dangerous type of people because they really don't care. They are spur of the moment people. They don't plan shit out. If they gonna do something to you, they gonna do something to you. They not gonna plan it. They don't care about planning it because they so out of control. Psychologists believe that psychopathy is most likely an inherited condition. They believe it's genetic. So if a psychopath, let's say some man is a psychopath, he has a baby with some lady who's not a psychopath, and the child turns out to be a psychopath because it's genetic. That's scary. That's scary to think about. They say that psychopathy is related to the underdeveloped part of the brain that controls emotional regulation and impulse. While a person becomes a sociopath due to abuse and severe trauma in their childhood. Now, there's a phrase that goes, psychopaths are born, sociopaths are made. That'll help you remember the difference. Now, psychopathy and sociopathy do share similar symptoms with narcissistic personality disorder, but they are absolutely not the same. And this is why it's important to look up words and research terms yourself because they can be similar but not be the same. People that are called narcissists by people who are not medical professionals and people who have not even taken the time to look up and see what narcissistic personality disorder is are really the fucked up people. I think that that's really messed up for you to go around calling somebody something that is a mental illness, a mental health disorder, when you didn't even take 2 minutes out your life to get on Google or go on WebMD and look up the fucking definition and look up the etymology of it. Like, it's really simple. These people can really probably just be assholes with low self-esteem, or they can very well have narcissistic characteristics. But I think we all do, or we all have portrayed narcissistic characteristics at some point. That does not mean that you or another person has narcissistic personality disorder. Like I said, they can be a sociopath. They can be a psychopath. But you don't know because you don't know the accurate meaning of any of these words. You don't even know how to use them in a proper context. Maybe you're projecting. Think about that. And I'm not trying to comfort anybody, but Cat Williams gave me my shoes back. He had my shoes on Shannon Sharp video. He gave them back. And I'm going to continue to speak the truth. And I'm going to continue to stand on business like I've been doing. Okay? As a people, as a society, we really do need to be careful with these words that are popularized. Words and phrases that are popularized, we need to be careful on just repeating them and throwing them around. and judging people based off something we don't even know the history of, the correct term of, how to properly use. And that's the moral of the story, baby. That is the whole moral of the episode. Before I go, before I let you go, please consider not using the term narcissist in 2024. I know I can't tell y'all what to do, and I'm not trying. I'm making a suggestion. I'm asking that y'all please consider it. Please give it a rest. It needs a break. Also, please consider getting rid of anything baddies, or at least don't associate that term with women who actually care about themselves. Women who look good and care about themselves are not bad. From what I've seen, I don't want to be a baddie. From what I've seen, and I'm not trying to be shady or disrespect anybody, but I wouldn't dare want to be. You couldn't pay me to be a baddie. Any woman that has class or any type of morale should not want to be called a baddie. And because I see these clips, but I see clips on social media, and people post the clips that they watch, and I see people talking about it. I don't watch stuff like that. I am not into watching a bunch of Black women act barbaric. Some of them looking like they do not properly take care of themselves in any way. They being exploited like zoo animals. And I'm not trying to be offensive. There is nothing cute or sexy about a house full of women beating the fuck out of each other on a daily basis, being overly sexual, and just being plain old ratchet. I don't even watch shows where Black people, men or women, are being exploited, because that's what it is. I don't watch shows full of drama where Black men or women are continuously belittling and bashing each other physically and verbally. I don't do it. They're getting paid pennies. Some of them probably are not getting paid. All they're getting paid is screen time. And when the season is over, or when the show is over, they're going to get thrown to the wayside. It's so many things that should have gotten left in 2023, but unfortunately, they were letting the dough just like the GDs. No offense to the GDs, it's Big Five over here though. This episode will air today, January 10th, 2023, because I did not upload an episode last Sunday, and we'll be back on schedule Sunday coming up, which is, what is Sunday coming up? I should know, huh? Episode 12 will be that episode. Oh, y'all, we almost at the end of this season. Episode 12 will air Sunday, January 14th, 2023 at its regularly scheduled time, 8:08 p.m. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Oh, I forgot. In order to keep this podcast alive and well, please consider making a donation of any kind via Cash App to Nocturnal Butterfly Me, NOCTURNALBUTTERFLYME. Nocturnal Butterfly Me. Any amount, big or small, is greatly appreciated. And in return, I will continue to give y'all great episodes. Yay! We made it to the end. Woo, woo. I really want to thank y'all for tuning in and for being a part of I Be Knowing Shit Podcast Tribe. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly hope there was something useful you took away from it. Don't pass up the opportunity to let me know what you think by leaving a rating and review on the podcast platform you're listening from. And be sure to subscribe, because you don't want to miss a beat. You can always download this and any other episode and listen to it at a later time. For more content, join me on TikTok, IG, and YouTube at I Be Knowing Shit. So, before I let you go, honey, did you know that you can leave me a voice note? All you gotta do is go to Spotify Podcast, click on I Be Knowing Shit profile, and hit message to send a voice note. There you can let me know what you think about the show, give your input, and leave suggestions for future topics. That's it. We meet again next week. Y'all come back now, you hear?